I mean, every now and then, though, you get a pissed off bull elephant or a female. It's just like, hey, you know what? Not today. All right? Get out of my face. But
what's the story with Sheldrick? They're such an amazing organization.
Dude, Dapan Sheldrick, God rest her soul, total legend, man. Their family just dedicated their entire life to fostering orphaned elephants.
Yeah. Those
and
videos
raising
are so
them.
cool. That's
Man.
on Instagram.
So much respect for them. I mean, total icons in conservation and for the right reasons.
Do they have people like you as well working with them?
They have an amazing security team. They have an incredible veterinary staff. They have helicopters. Fortunately in Kenya, they deal with a lot of drought. And so, the elephants know where to be to get that supplemental feed or water. But at the same time, they can cross over into Tanzania at any point. Luckily, hopefully they cross into the Ngorongoro because the Ngorongoro their security team is epic.
Mm-hmm.
You
keep forgetting that elephants don't have borders.
They even if there's a fence around the reserve, I'm
gonna need your identification across here, please.
It's nuts, man. I'll be driving down the road like in Tanzania or Kenya, and in the middle of the night, and boom, here goes elephants crossing
right across the border.
Dude, I'm sitting at a pizza restaurant in Tanzania on the street.
They have those?
Pizza yeah.
Is that any good?
It was good for Africa. It was the same place that like.
Is it better than Florida? He's like, don't.
Well,
even
I come
go
from
there.
A pizza family, so I'm saying negative.
I know he does.
But it's the same place that Jane Goodall used to hang out, apparently. So I'm like, all right, well now, if it's good enough for her, it's my spot. But anyways, I'm sitting there and I look up and here's elephants literally from here to the wall crossing through the restaurant to get to the other side. And they're just going to go raid farms.
Oh, hey, guys.
Crops. Yeah. It was the coolest thing.
That's crazy.
I'm like, nobody's going to believe this. Like, yeah.
That's a lot to keep track of. That, like, I always forget the simple shit like that because we just look at the map like they're here, but they could fucking move from there to there themselves.
Oh, yeah.
And just decide.
Yeah.
But how, from a behavioral standpoint, how territorial driven are elephants? Meaning, an elephant is born into a herd of elephants. Maybe I'm gonna make up a number right now. Maybe it's 30 of them, something like that, and they're located 50 miles inside the Tanzanian border. How much do we see patterns where those herds stay in a certain area for their existence versus just randomly, make a 300-mile trek to some other country?
That's another good question. It has to do with the weather patterns. Drought is a freak thing. A lot of times, it can become annually and it shifts. So they're going to migrate with the rains. They're going to migrate to water sources. Even if there's water source there may not be food there yet. So they're always going to move, but they always know where they were born. They really do. I mean, it's freakish. It's, I kind of hate saying that it's freakish because like we're humans, so we think everything is abnormal for another species. At the end of the day, we're just animals too. But they're so incredibly smart and their memory is insane. Absolutely nuts. They remember everything. They do mourn their death. They absolutely do.
Oh yeah, can we pull up that video again? Elephants mourning. Elephants in mourning.
And
it's
anybody,
so sad,
every now and then you get some
amazing.
like pioneer conservationist or crusader that's like, that's not. I debunked that BS. It's true.
Bullshit. There's millions of videos of it.
Don't be that guy.
I shouldn't say millions, but there's a lot of videos that show it. Yeah, this one right here from National Geographic. Let's hit this. That'll be over in 10 seconds, apparently. I gotta give you my login. I keep saying that. Right, yeah, but do you have the other one? That's not the account I watch on, although it should have it on all of them.
Yeah.
That's bizarre. Oh, you know what? They may be computer-centric now. They're really hitting people. All right, so right here, if you're looking on the screen, you can see that there's a carcass. This herd has found it, and they all take turns basically like having their own moment of mourning over the body. And here's the other thing about elephants that's amazing. You can see their emotion more than many other animals. they wear their emotion on their face and their eyes. It's so powerful in their movements, right? Like how quickly are they moving with their legs? What's their posture? Like I love watching videos late at night of elephants and almost like seeing them talk without talking. But you see them, like it's so clear right here. And there's another video that we show. Can you pull this one up, Alessi, of the mother who has to make the decision about her baby elephant?
I don't know if I can watch this one.
This one is really tough. Just type in mother elephant, baby dies. But, again, to your point about the documentarians who captured that footage of the rhino dying, it's important people see
I don't
this.
think I want to watch this one. I'll pipe out for this.
Okay,
Some
all right.
stuff tears me up.
All right, well, we're not going to put it on.
I mean, if you
No.
think people need to see it,
We've played it. We've played it on other episodes. I think I played it with Lou Ferrante, who was, by the way, so passionate about this stuff.
yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, really good dude. But he has done some content over in Africa looking at this, and he's like blown away. By
I'm stoked to get him out with us.
But what a character too. Oh my god. But you see things like that, and people, you can go watch that video on your own since we're not going to show it right now. But there's a human feeling you get when you watch it. They're just special.
Mm-hmm. It's a not worthy feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think photography is a big passion of mine. It's my favorite hobby, and I love to just zoom in on the eyes of animals, but especially elephants. They're all unique in their own way.
Yeah.
Super special species and total gift to our planet.
How much when you're over in Africa doing work? I would imagine there's certain herds of elephants that you have a pretty good relationship with.
Yes, I would say specific members of our team more than myself now, because I'm not over there as much. I've got to
you're running the business.
Got to keep things moving and spread awareness, do things like this. But even rhinos, the guys, it's your voice. The elephants know your voice, or they know our team's vehicles. They know what they look like, how they drive, the sound of them. Like, before the guys will start the vehicle, if they're sitting there and watching elephants or rhinos, all the vehicles are stick shift, they're manual, and the guys will push the clutch in and move the stick shift around between the gears so that the animal can hear that and know that we're getting ready to start the vehicle and not startle them. And so just simple things like that, and how the team drives. They know that, hey, this is somebody that's supposed to be on this reserve. They know that vehicle versus somebody that's just a guest on the reserve or a worker that was paid to be there. And they don't like those vehicles. I mean, every now and then, though, you get a pissed off bull elephant or a female. It's just like, hey, you know what? Not today. All right, get out of my face. But no, it really is a privilege, and I'm so happy that every one of our veterans just sees it as a privilege and a blessing to be able to do what we do. It's just it's like not even real. Like I can't even look back at all the things that we've accomplished and really absorb it, because it's like I get to live this life. I mean, yeah, it's stressful. We just talked about a bunch of BS that I've had to go through, but I'd go through all of it again if I had to, because this is I mean, it's incredible.
It's your purpose, man.
Anything worth doing like you have, and the accomplishments that you've made, it's going to be hard. If it wasn't hard, you wouldn't feel that. You wouldn't feel that type
That's
of
right.
Amen.
Of
some of
genuine emotion of how much of an impact you're making.
Some of the reasons though that it's hard are annoying.
Yes,
right. Like it should be hard because the job itself is hard, and there's bad guys, and we got to figure out where those guys are. But when you have friendly fire, which is some of what you deal with, that's what's annoying. That's what we got to get rid of. People, we got to stop that.
Yeah.
But like we've been talking about your team all day. Alessi, do you have that documentary I sent you on the text? Can you pull that up real quick? I just want people to see the opening scene of this. It's one of the coolest things ever. Let's go right to the front. Yeah, press play. So they were capturing kind of like the ambiance around in this documentary. We're not going to have the volume on just because it's proprietary content.
Remove that bandana.
But you see, like, these are your guys in patrol. I love this part. Stands up. This is a veteran. Literally lost a limb over there.
Gavin, he's a badass.
Fucking out here, jacked as shit, protecting these animals at the crack of dawn.
Marine Scout sniper.
And now, what are they looking at right there? Is that elephant, or is that a helicopter not friendly?
No, it's a friendly helicopter.
Okay.
He's coming in and buzzing the tower. Just making sure that we're good. That's one of the only helicopters that's authorized to fly at night in the region.
Okay. So what's your... I know there's certain aspects of what you guys do and how you do it that you can't divulge. But what's the protocol here from a general basis? You have a certain number of guys on the ground, we're not going to say, in the various areas. I believe you work in numerous countries, we'll say. Okay, it's a nice list, but not going to say how many. Those teams are sometimes tasked with being responsible for on a night watch or something, or a day watch for thousands of miles of land in a way. How do you, that's like a needle in a haystack. How do you even approach navigating that from a strategy perspective?
It is gathering as much information as you can, even the smallest things, and you're noticing a shift in the atmosphere. You're looking for that anomaly, something that makes the hair stand up in the back of your neck, or something that just you can't stop thinking about. Something was off. I can't figure it out. But let me go back and look at that information again. Let me analyze that again. Let me figure out what I'm seeing that's off here.
Can you give an example by any chance?
So, yeah, I would say here's a good one. So you're going down, you're doing a perimeter patrol, which is it's no big deal during the day. And you're doing a perimeter patrol. It's not dangerous because during the day, like I said, and you're just looking for something that's off, something that's abnormal, and you notice, hey, there is a ton of, and this is a small example, there was a limb on this up against this fence yesterday. A massive tree limb. Not massive, but big enough, and we had to move it, and we put it over there. And then there was another one down the way, and we had to pick that up, and we had to move that as well. We just put it off the road. And there was another one. We moved that one. Now all of a sudden, you've got all three of those stacked on top of each other like this, all four of them. We'll say there's four. Well, that's a chute. That's a funnel. That's the funnel animals into a snare. Stuff like that. Something as simple as that. Or there was, let's say, we just patched up a hole here in the fence. Not a hole, but it was pushed up. We patched it up, we made it great, and now all of a sudden there's a footprint there. Now we got serious problems. And now you're looking for spoor. You're looking for more footprints, and you're tracking that. So we have tracked, I'll tell you what, we've gone on 13-hour tracks following spoor. Yes. I'm talking through canyons, rocks higher as 2 stories tall, and finding the tracks again, and we're back on spoor, and we're going. And this happened twice in 1 week. Christmas Eve into Christmas morning, and then again New Year's Eve into New Year's Day.
Whoa.
And it was awesome. There's nothing I would have rather been doing. We are going. Oh, yeah. Sticking to it. And the worst part is, though, is that you got to leave your vehicles when you're a small team way the hell back there.
Why?
Well, because we need all 4 of us on the ground. You don't know what you're going into.
You don't want to go into a machine gun fire or something.
I don't have vehicles with crew serve weapons on them.
Yeah.
Those vehicles are a liability. Once they hear them, they're going to change their course. So I'd rather track them on foot. I can rely on myself, not that vehicle all the time.
Thank you for watching the video, guys. If you haven't already subscribed, please smash that subscribe button and check out this clip's full podcast episode by clicking here or in the description below.